Welcome back to Let's Talk. In this episode, we're going to look at using a photography journal to track your work in film. This is a digital version of a document typically used by film photographers well before the digital world. If you've watched the previous Let's Talk, then you know that obviously there is no EXIF information in a film image. As a consequence of that, if you don't track your changes and you don't track your exposures, not only will you not be able to learn from experience, but whether you process in a darkroom or you process by converting them to digital images, you're not going to have some very important information. So what I've done is created a photography journal that you can download from our site, more about that in a minute, to use when you do film photography. It's really very simple. You can either use it digitally, I use it in my Android tablet, or you can use it on a computer, or you can print it out if you so wish. So at the beginning of it, you can enter your name, your address, the dates that the journal occupies or spans, and then any notes that you have. So for example, I'm planning on taking a trip out to Zion National Forest. If I take my film camera, this copy of the journal will be dedicated simply to my time in Zion National Forest. The journal, after that, is a series of very simple pages, one on the right, one on the left. The left-hand page, date, location, GPS information if you have it, weather conditions, camera, lenses, film information, and by the way, that would have made a big difference recently. I had some T-Max 400 processed, and somehow or another, the guy who processed it for me used triax, which means theoretically it was exposed in the developer for only half as much time as there probably should have been. And then any other notes. You can use this on more than 120 film. 120 film, which is what I use in my Pentax 6x7 medium format camera, only has 10 images, so that's effectively all I need. Typically, if you shoot a roll of film, your ISO will be the same for all of your shots. However, there are circumstances and films where you can actually change the ISO. It's called pushing and pulling when you develop to compensate for that, where you might actually change the ISO, your aperture, your shutter speed, and any filter that you may have used. Because 35mm film comes in larger rolls, there will be a separate version available specifically for 35mm film. This one will work best with 120. And then again, on the next page, it goes back to your next location. So if you're interested in learning any more about this, I would urge you to go here. NyghtVision.com. That's NyghtVision.com. You'll find a series in our magazines going back a year now. You can find the current magazine there called The Way Back, in which we talk about much of this. In addition to that, if you have any questions, you can reach me here. Inquiries at NyghtFalcon.com. Until next time, thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day and find some time to do some photography. If you want to contact us, we can be reached at NyghtFalcon.com or our magazine site, nightvision.com. And if you want to email me directly, you can reach me at inspiration@NyghtFalcon.com.